Hi, today we are going to talk about fear. We've all got it. Good thing, thanks for the survival instinct. But we live in a very fear-based society, and especially right now. And fear, as beneficial as it is to save us from circumstances that may cause threat to our lives, we have begun as humans to be able to create fear out of our thoughts when nothing has even happened or nothing is really going to escalate into the fear that we have created this grandeur story about. And then we get stuck in this fear, and we become sick easier, we gain weight, we're bloated, we're angry, we can't sleep, and we're not understanding why. We're doing all the things. We're going to the gym, we're eating really good, we're doing our yogas and all the things. We're getting outside in nature, but we're still drained. We can't sleep at night. It's because our nervous system, our neurological hardware, still thinks we are in fear, in panic, because there's programs running that are keeping us in this negative default system of the worst is happening right now, the worst is yet to come, you better be prepared all the time. And we have a hard time shutting that off. So what's really going on? So our primitive brain, our brainstem there, like I said, thank you. So if there's a car coming at me, I know not to stand there. My body says, get out of the way, run away. And then you go to the curb and you saved yourself from getting hit by a car, hopefully. Or any other circumstance that could be thoroughly life-threatening. That's what the fear response was originally made for, I guess you could say, when animals out in the wild. So a bunny's like going about doing his little thing, hopping around, and then he sees a lion. And the lion's just sitting there, like peeking out behind a bush somewhere. So what does the bunny do? Freeze. Doesn't move, just observes and sees this threat that this could be his last day hopping on earth. The neck muscles tense up, the back muscles tense up, because that bunny is now ready, starting to get ready to run away from the lion. The lion starts coming closer, so the rabbit's like, okay, we out of here. And the muscles of the outer limbs, the body, boom, allows that bunny to hop away. Blood circulation, no longer in the organs, heart is pumping, cortisol, norepinephrine, all those stress hormones is getting the body to move, run away from the lion so that we do not die. And the rabbit hops away so fast, the lion loses interest, disappears, finds something else. Rabbit stops, safe. Let me find a spot to rest. Let me reset my nervous system. We were just in this high sympathetic state of survival, and now that we are no longer in threat, we need to reset that system, come back to our homeostasis, come back to our calm and peaceful, slower breathing, internal digestion can happen, healing and repair can happen, so that the next time we are in a threat, we're ready and recharged, ready to go. But as humans, we create these things in our head without actually having a lion physically coming at us that we need to run away from. But we will see, oh my gosh, there's a fearful threat. There's somebody, my boss is yelling at me. I have so much work to do. I have to take care of a family. I need to do this. I need to do that. Oh my gosh, the world is ending. We're in quarantine. I don't know what to do with myself. I can't breathe because I have to wear a mask all day long. All these things are very threatening. But the body thinks that we're being chased by a lion, so we tense up our neck. We freeze. Now we can't even look around to change our perception of anything because look, my neck is stuck. There's no way I can even mentally change my perception if I can't even move my head and neck because I'm prepared to run away. And then I watch something threatening on TV and then my body's really going inside, right? I feel like I'm running a marathon. The blood supply is going to my outer limbs. My fight or flight mechanism is kicking in. Everything is pumping and crazy. My heart rate is increasing. Maybe you start sweating. And then we run internally. Run, Forrest, run. And what do they tell them? Don't stop, Forrest, keep running. And that's exactly what we do. Even when the threat is over, we just keep on running internally. We are spinning our wheels. our neurological wheels, on and on and on. We never take that break like the bunny did to reset. We think we are sometimes. We're like, I'm gonna relax tonight. I'm gonna sit and watch Game of Thrones. Great, they're killing people. That's really not relaxing to the brain. Your amygdala is like, no, no. And or we're on social media, just scrolling away, scroll. That's still very active, right? That's still not giving ourselves a chance to rest and digest and complete this cycle of sympathetic, parasympathetic state in our autonomic nervous system. We need both of them, but we need to find a balance between both of them. And we do not give ourselves a chance to find that balance at all. And it's all stemming from this fear, possibly, that might not even exist. Our brains are so incredible and powerful. We have the ability to cognitively take things in and digest them. But sometimes it gets too much. And our survival instinct, our primitive brain, our brainstem is in there like, well, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing because you just told me that there's a threat, so I'm gonna do what I know best, and I'm gonna run away from that lion. And then it keeps running and running and running. It's like if you were to leave your car turned on all the time, eventually you're gonna run out of gas. No matter how resilient you think you are, if you leave that engine on, if it's a gas car anyway, you're gonna run out of gas eventually, no matter what you do. So over time, this is getting compounded, and then we see chronic illness, chronic stress, and it's manifesting in all these different ways in people's body. So, what can you do about it? This is gonna sound like the worst answer and you're gonna wanna punch me, but breathe. We have the ability to hack into that system through our breath. Through a deep inhaling and exhaling, we're getting into the lower third of the lungs, which is going to stimulate those parasympathetic nerves. And what that's going to do is going to provide us the calming sensation to tell our brainstem, to tell our primitive brain, we are safe. We can now relax. And maybe for you, that might even mean doing deep breaths before you eat a meal so that you're ready to digest it, or turning off your screens about 2 hours before you're going to sleep, or not watching something super violent on TV and then progress your way down to maybe reading a book before you go to sleep. There's many different ways to go about decreasing this fear response. Again, we don't want to get rid of it. We need it sometimes, but we want to be able to regulate it. We want to become resilient so that when there's high stress and high fear, we make sure we take that time to dip back down and relax so that we can come back to this homeostatic state of equilibrium, and so that we can live a healthier life with a clearer mentality, not tight neck muscles, so that we can see, look, I can move my head and neck now, different perspectives of everything going on, and work together as a community to rise up above this fear-based world that we are currently living in.